We respectfully acknowledge that the land on which we are situated is the traditional territory of the Blackfoot Confederacy, consisting of Siksika Nation, Kainai Nation, Piikani Nation, and Blackfeet Nation in Montana. It is also part of Treaty 7, which also include Iari Nakota Nation, Tsuut'ina Nation, and Métis Nation No. 3. Their presence and culture enrich us all.
This is cooking in Canada.
We arrived to the sacred place, and I offered Agar a gift of tobacco. Before the ceremony, Agar prayed at the river's edge, asking the Creator permission to host the ceremony in this location and making an offering. Because of the highly spiritual nature of this ceremony, I have chosen to keep the footage intact and in full as a way to respect Agar and his teachings. What he has chosen to share is purposeful and important.
Whether you know it or not, all three of you are my granddaughter. Because of what I do. I'm the holy person. All the stories, I'm not saying I know everything. But in 42 years I went back to my teachings of my grandfather. They've given me a lot.
See, most of the mint's gone, huh?
Is it? I was going to look on the other side later.
All right, well, what we're going to do...
Okay. Are you going to sit somewhere? You might as well come.
Yeah.
Be part of it.
Sit over there, Summer, right there.
Summer, right there.
With your big sisters here from the south.
And it's on.
Sit right there, yeah.
It's gonna
Okay.
Be on YouTube. Make sure you know where. Okay?
What you do is just pass this around, take a pinch of tobacco.
Okay.
We don't have much smudge, so we're going to use the tobacco. We always have options. If I didn't have tobacco, we'll pick up some stones. That's all the things we use, or you get some sage. Yeah. So, okay, what we're going to do, just take a little bit, baby, like this, and hold it in your hand and pass it down. Okay, so what we're going to do is from my end, my praise song, my warrior song was given to me in Calgary, just at that island or the stages. We have Canada Day celebration. And I was going to bless that peace bridge for the mayor, Nenji. His name is Apastuchi Pistis Clan Chief. That's his name. And I told him I would have to give tobacco to the water spirits because not too far from here, there's ridges under the water all over. That's not the only one, Blackfoot Crossing. That's a famous one because that's where they crossed and that's where the treaty was dealt with way back in 1877. So it became very famous. But we have many ridges along the river. And my grandfather, Eagle Rips, Fort Calgary is right on the west side. That's where he camped. And I found teepee rings when they were excavating just little west of there. So his camp was evident. It was about 4 or 5 feet down. So, and I told him, not going to make an offer. So what happens is, because this is very turbulent, they don't cross here. They cross up west of here, where it's more level, and that's where they cross. And there's coulees where they go up. There's a lot of wagon trails here. So if you follow those wagon trails, they lead you to where they cross.
Okay.
Yeah. So you just follow those. And up where the arbor is, they cross there a lot. So what we're going to do is I'm going to say a prayer just for your project. What's the project name?
Cooking in Canada Season
Huh?
2. It's called Cooking in
What's it about?
Cooking.
It's about different food in Canada.
Huh?
Food in Canada.
Food in Canada.
It's called Cooking in Canada Season
2.
2.
Oh, it's about food
Yep.
for the people?
Yeah, it's about the type of food that Canadians eat.
Okay. All right. Because when we pray, when we're going to do something, we always give a name to it. You know, like the person that's doing that maybe has a name. So he calls that name so he can carry out the things they do. Okay. Yeah. Because we're in the sacred tobacco flats. Idensimo, we call it Idens, where we plant the sacred tobacco. And it's from that tobacco, it's abundance of all other things we need that we gather in our territory. Food, medicines, everything we need. So the tobacco is planted. It's the little people that plant and harvest. And you can't be there you can't see them plant, because they're planting on behalf of the Creator. And if somebody went and was curious, hid on a hill, and he watched the little people go to work. They're here, just up the river. And 1 month he left this world. He went with the little people. You can't see them. And there's certain things the Creator doesn't want you to see. And if you're, just as like in the Bible, it talks Sodom and Gomorrah. That's an example. We brought the wicked people out of that city, the ones that still believe, had faith. And he told them, do not look back. The Creator's going to destroy that city. And it's just like a nuclear explosion. One lady looked back and he turned to stone. So that's similar to what's here. If you watch things that are sacred, not supposed to, you're going to go with the little people. Yeah. We wish to live in Cranston. That's why I have to go to the river, because the little people are there. My late wife, you say, who are you talking to? The little people. She can't see them, but I can. And they play tricks on you. They hid her keys one time. I was just wait. I'll put some food. Go and put some food by your van. And I'll go have a talk with them. And I give him back. She needs those keys. And they're going to give you a nice plate of food. I went back in. I says, go check. Right where those keys dropped, they brought them back. I says, eh? Yeah. Then she knew who I was talking to. Yeah. There's certain things that I deal with out here. So what we're going to do is, at the end of this blessing, I'm going to give you a name. Who's the leader of this?
She is.
You're going to receive a name.
Oh my God, Morgan.
Because that's the name you're going to use to do what you do. So when you pray, you call yourself by that name. And then you say, this is what I'm doing, Creator. Help me. So everything will turn out good. Because food is very, very important too, not only all over the world. Right now there's fires, there's floods, people are without food. So that's when we go and we feed those people. And that's one of the things we forget, is to feed. Once your guests come, give them something to eat before you start visiting. That's the most important thing. There's people in countries, just a little bread they eat, maybe for a week, that's what they live on. And down in your part of the country, there's devastation. Brazil, the forests are being cut and burnt. There's a lot of food there. I know people from that area. the ones that, and the people they never seen before. Now they're getting caught in civilization. And they're very sad about what's going on. So that's after I prayed, and I'm going to give you that name.
And what do we do with this?
Yeah.
Then
Okay, so in your own way, just pray for the things you're going to do, the very sacred place we're here. This land, we don't own it. It's for us to share with all people, the water, everything. And but you should have ethics and respect the land. That's all we ask. That you respect everything around you, like these little willows that are growing. They weren't there before, and I'm very glad to see that. Rocks that are showing themselves. Yeah. Okay, it's bad to be. Kipitaki, kitohtoki, kitsaptomohpanaksujato itapio. Käymaks noutuu jam skaapo, saapas saatsemääksi spajaakki ja hiittoo jaaman aamat sitä piimenällä tuutsipio, eikö käymät koa kanskaassa, sami piitaakki. Kähkokana sukaa pionnika, nohkitapi päätä piispi, aamaks otti itskattua mä jihtaan, änni se ässäpi pommatuupis. Mahtoh kuus selkamata pionika, änni se taapoutsi, mutta se kimma piipitsua, änni istuuttuu ja mahkitaa pohkoskinissä, niistä nana nohkansta koutse mahpinnaan. Kiinni on sitä. Kumma, piitahpikisena kanavaattu itäpiuak. Anna kaamaks aapu hauhkeeks mä kojohtuukis. Anna kihtaapastut se vaden ahkaa johtuuks paas pommoukkinnaan. Nohka kammi saamaks iituuksessa vuoi. Aakit siitä mauttakaijaa. Anna kohkanit saptomohpua nohka. Kanäs sokaapi nohkohsihkatuupinaan. Monkoa kanskaassa meni saak. Koko tseväksi niin sen. Ei kakkistoa apsuane on just tokimaan. Ei kakau apsukinen manis niin siis kähko kuunnimaa vaaksukaappi. Anna kohkan staapään katsomat itse päätäpio. Känä kohkan saptomoh painakaraa toitapio. Noksi kimmokin nakimataisisto tohpin. Anna kohkan sinti katsomaan. Tihkona siksi kautta sinä mennään. Puukka eksis sitsemaanik saaksi taamaista. Anna katsiista me kuumistumi. Kohka eksis kiitsi me onnisti tauatuuppina. Kenne kohkan sinti katsomaan. Kiinoh kohsikka tuuppina. Piious. Neistä otsamaan. Kammuttaan. So just place the tobacco in the ground. Okay. I told you a bit of the story. It's always good to give a name that a place in this world you can talk about. When I was up there, I was talking to you about the tobacco planting area. It's a very sacred area. There was a film company came, and one of the leaders is my big sister. She's related. Her mother and my grandmother are sisters. Mrs. Duck Chief and my dad's mother, Heinbo, they're close, they're sisters. I just found out how close we related to the old lady Duck Chief. That's and Ann McMaster, that's his grandparents. She didn't know anything because they grew up in RC boarding school. She never took the time to learn about the history of her people. And she came down and he says, I really don't know what to tell these people. So I was in council too, been over 20 years in elected leadership. And I said, I'll come down and help you. You're very crazy. You don't know anything about it? Okay, listen to my story. So she depends on me a lot. When your sister calls you, you go and help her. I don't criticize her, I don't judge her. I says, come, sit with me and I'll tell you a whole bunch of story. Okay, then, so I told him the story of the flats. And they filmed, and as I was telling the story, I says, but what you going to use it for? If it's for something for personal gain, no, don't use it. Use it for something that little children maybe want to find out about sacred places. in Blackfoot territory. Yes, our territory stretches from this side of the North Saskatchewan near Edmonton, stretches to the mid-range of the Rocky Mountains. Many before the, I'd say, late 1700s, the Red River. Then it stretched to the Missouri River in the state of Montana. 60,000 square miles. Somebody tells me, where do you come from? If I'm in a territory, I says, this is my home, where I'm sitting. I didn't put cities here and stuff. Still my home. So the name I'm going to give you, and you come and just sit right here. And don't mind me. At the end, I'm going to give you a little push. Face down. Face down. I'm going to give you a little push because I'm giving you a start with your new name. Okay. So I'll pray for you first. It's bad. Give us a top. You work on my key contact. Since Katawamaki, Tensimanix is gonna top. 6 and not to Katawapi. Oh, Kaktastoap, Simoaki, Kon. And the Kochitapi, Parasu, Chichtan, Sako, Tato. Hamoxotopoko, Tum, Expayak. Oh, Kish bad pio, Pacoman, Stai, Kaki, Matum. Understood that is the topist. Aktastoap, Shoki Kakataxins, Kato. And Stamakstakits in the Katop. Oh, Kikaktastoap, Sis. Okay, the name I'm going to give you. This name in our language we say itensimo, where we plant. So anything we plant, whether it's other things, we seeds, we just put them all into one. Because when you plant them to the ground, they're all nourished by. They don't say, this is this kind of a seed, this is this kind of a seed. No, the Creator, the Mother Earth, always blesses them the same way, because that's their children. They make them grow, just like us. Our Creator loves us. He doesn't say, I'm just going to help these. No, He helps all His children. So, there is a lady that had this name. And I'm going to call him. It's okay, nakakipitaki, kitchinskasim. Okay, kitskinog, dayochip, kitchinskasim. Okay, I'm a chinskata. I just told the old lady, I'm going to honor your name. And I'm going to give it to this lady. So all her projects, all her wishes, her future endeavors, they all be blessed with this name. Just to close your eyes and say, this is my name, and this is what I'm going to do. And I'm going to do the best that I can to food, whether for me or for all people, then everything will be good. Okay? The name I'm going to give you is the old lady's name. And it's from the east side of the reserve. It's my relation. So I'm going to bring this name back. And like I say, this is where we plant. And so from this day forward, may you find useful this lady and the things she's going to do and the guidance she's going to give you. Okay, I'm going to name her Natoyin Simaki, Holy Planting Woman.
That's a push, yay.
That's your name, Holy Planting Woman.
Oh.
Natoyin Simak. I put the holy because of who I am. Call me elders and all its older. In the words of my 42-year journey, my grandfather say, now you've become a holy man. So everything I like to put that extra help, holy planting woman. Natoyin Simak. Okay. I'll try and spell it. And
yeah, okay. You said if we could just send it to her?
No, can you say it into here and then the name? Just press that red button.
Okay. Natoyin Simak. Natoyin Simak. Natoyin Simak. Okay. And we'll try and spell it for you and give
and then
it to you.
text me.
You didn't know you're going to get a name. Because, we don't name projects, but you're the one that's guiding it. So that's the name you use. Natoyin Simak. In Simyak. And Simak. Natoyin Simyak. Yeah. Holy planting woman. So all you people, they say prayers when they plant things. So that's in line with what you do. You always. And probably some names in your country. They were named after planting. Yeah. I got friends in Mexico. One lady, he picks medicine. He knows where the medicines are, so he's named after what that lady plants and picks, harvests.
Well,
There you go.
there. You can
Beautiful name. Then what you do is you take your hands, when I give you your name, you just go put it to your heart. You just gotta bless. That's what you do when the holy person blesses you. You take it and you put it. And we don't shake hands. We got that little thing we do. Mm-hmm. You know, you got to do it now. You know that sound you make? There you go. That's what you're supposed to do. Because we don't say clap. That's what we... Ah, there you go. La, 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 la. I can't do it, but that's what we do. In the ceremonies, names, you could hear everybody doing that. We're to say, hey. Yeah. Hey. There we go. Natoyin Simak. There you go. Never forget your grandpa.
Receiving a name from Agar, an elder and holy person, was an extremely special gift, and it is one that I cherish. The ceremony was emotional for everyone involved. I was literally and spiritually accepted into a new family. I hope the seeds I am planting with this project will be those of harmony, unity, and understanding. I now get to walk through the world as Natoyin Simyak, the holy planting woman. Next time on Cooking in Canada, Season 2.
So this guy his name is Tomahawk. He's like you see, he's a pure white buffalo. So the significance behind the white buffalo is a lot of our people, like you see with the residential school, there's a lot of old wounds that are being opened, and you know the addictions is high, the mental health is being tarnished. Like the white buffalo is to bring hope and serenity to people, and to actually see one and for one to come up to you, that's amazing, because not even in a zoo you can do that. And every day Dogie wakes up and he has them domesticated, so they appreciate people and they bless people with their presence.